Hi, I'm Laura Orleans, Executive Director of New Bedford Fishing Heritage Center. We are installing a really exciting new landmark in the Seaport Historic District that is going to hopefully bring some really positive attention to our incredible fishing industry and also to the story that we tell here at New Bedford Fishing Heritage Center. So the installation was conceived of by Matt Moyer-Bell, who's a local artist and is working with us this year to bring more visibility to the work that we're doing here. And we had incredible support from Radar's manufacturing, longtime fishing industry designer, manufacturer of trawl and scallop gear. So we approached them and they designed and fabricated a net that's going to be kind of catching the building, as well as a whole series of steel frames that are kind of designed to mimic the materials used in a scallop dredge. So we're kind of speaking to the different fisheries here in New Bedford. And then we've got 4 local photographers whose work is represented big. So these are huge, huge, huge photographs that have been blown up to be, I think the biggest one is 17 feet tall. And I think you won't be able to pass by this building anymore without knowing, without saying, oh my gosh, what is that? In fact, I think the other tenants in here are going to be referring to their workplace as, oh yeah, it's the building with the net from here on out. So, the idea really was to just create something that would bring positive attention to the fishing industry and to kind of signal to visitors that we have a community here that's rich, certainly rich in history of many kinds. The whaling history most predominantly, but also the history of the Underground Railroad and Frederick Douglass. And people sometimes don't recognize that the fishing industry has a history, but it is a vital part of our economy and our culture today. So we wanted to make sure that people understand that this is a place that you can learn about how seafood gets from boat to table. And that there are loads of people working every day on the waterfront and at sea to bring that seafood from the ocean to your table. And so it's kind of an exciting opportunity.
I'm a local creative producer living here in New Bedford, and I'm the marketing specialist for the Fishing Heritage Center, and Catch a Tradition was my concept. I came up with the idea of draping a fishing net, across diagonally to kind of be just suggestive, not look too literal, but be suggestive that the building is being caught by the net, and going again with that Catch the Tradition with a big fishing net catching the building. And so I worked with the team at Radar's to design and fabricate all this stuff, and a lot of the design of the net, adding the floats, adding I think they call them donuts going down the side. That was all those were all their ideas, and really brilliant. So it was a super collaborative process between us, people that are involved in the building, and then of course, most importantly, the fishing industry was involved in this, with Radar's designing the net and the frames and helping to conceptualize the project.
Yeah. So there's a little bit extra there to go up over. Yeah. Now it doesn't, so that's the extra that I guess once everything is settled in spot, I might be able to come down here after, and I gotta trim this twine across, and I gotta rehang it on the bottom to So my name is Tor Bendixson, and I'm the owner of Radar's Trawl Gear Marine Supply. And we just recently finished a little project for the New Bedford Heritage Center that was in conjunction with Matt, who designed the outside of the building, and us here at the shop put together the different parts of that work that he wanted to execute. So Matt came to us with an idea where he wanted to actually put a trawl net of some sort on the side of the building to kind of stick out and show people from a distance what the building was, because from the outside it was hard to tell that it was actually a museum of our fishing heritage. We took that general image he gave us, and I designed the actual trawl, the net, to actually have a shape to it to show the different parts of a trawl in one picture on the side of the building. So you have the floats, the netting, the bottom rubber gear, all different parts that come from all over the world. Each part of between the rope and the netting and the floats and the rubber come from all different parts, and it was all assembled and put together to make that design to resemble a trawl net hanging over the side of the building. And we had to actually take netting, which is generally, rectangular or square in shape, and we actually had to cut and design the material to fall to represent a trawl. I'm very familiar with doing this because that's how we actually make our trawls and our designs here at the shop. We take big sheets of netting and we actually cut the shapes to actually form the funnels and the wings and make all those different parts of the trawl. So I just incorporated some of those ideas into the piece that we used on the building.
So it was a collaborative design process. When I got the job at Fishing Heritage Center, one of the main problems that the Fishing Heritage Center had was that tour buses would roll up, park right in front of the center, and folks would get out, walk around the Seaport Historic District, get back on the buses, and go away without ever even knowing that the Fishing Heritage Center was here. We had a faded banner up top and our beautiful but small sign in front, and it didn't have the visual presence that it needed. So one of my tasks to create more visibility and drive foot traffic to the center was to replace the sign. But when I was tasked with that, I saw it as an opportunity to really use the whole facade of the building to create an eye-catching, dramatic, and actually like an emotional reaction from the people walking by. The story that we tell at the Fishing Heritage Center is one of tradition. Family tradition is something that everybody can relate to, and here in New Bedford, a common family tradition is fishing.
Matt wanted to show these big pictures, and he was trying to figure out the best way to have them hang there and suspend and not have any issues. And I came up with the idea of actually making a frame that was larger than the actual image, and we actually took the twine that we used in the trawl and we actually hitched like we would hang a net. We hung the image into the frame just like we would actually hang a trawl.
My name's Dana Debarros, one of the owners of Signature Signs. My wife and I own Signature Signs. The group of people that we have with me, mostly family members, are part of the group that we work with at Signature Signs. Matt approached us a while back, talked to my wife about having us help them with putting these frames and systems up that are here today. So we gladly accepted to do that. And so the frames are being used to hold on the banners that are being put on. They're going to have that make it look like a ship that has rope, that has sails along. Yeah, this is a very different operation that we're doing. It's the Matt's has the artistic aspect of things. So we're trying to take that artistic aspect and make it practical.
the first time I ever met Dana from the sign company was on that day. We hung the images, and it was great working with him right from the start. He had an idea of what we were trying to accomplish, and he was very easygoing, and he seemed to know exactly how to use his equipment to get this whole project put up properly, and it went very smoothly. I mean, I feel like it actually went up quite fast for the amount of images we had to put up, and that was really, his handiwork, his team, knowing exactly what to do to get those things put on the building just right, and me following up with actually putting the images in place.
So we've had tremendous luck with the sign company that is installing this pretty unusual installation in that signature signs. They've been incredibly flexible and good-humored about all of the different machinations of getting this thing up on the wall here. And I wanted to also thank profusely Radar's Manufacturing for donating their labor and materials to create the net and the frames. New Bedford Creative for supporting the project, as well as a grant from the City of New Bedford Storefront Improvement Program and Bay Coast Bank. So it takes a village, and we needed all of those supporters to make this possible. Also, for people who don't know where we are located at 38 Bethel Street, and when you're standing up near the Whaling Museum looking toward the Elm Street Garage, you will not be able to miss this incredible installation, and we hope that people will not only see it and learn about the industry by looking at that, but also obviously to come in, visit the Fishing Heritage Center, and experience some of our programs.
As the nation's most valuable fishing port, we have a lot of fishing families that have been doing this for generations. So, one of the images in this series is actually a father and son that are third and fourth generation scallopers. We have a couple of other images as well of multi-generational families at work. Catch the Tradition is a new major landmark in the downtown historic Seaport district. And we're really excited that it can convey a story in an emotional way. It transcends language. When you see these images, you get a sense that this is history in the making. We're telling a story not just of New Bedford of the past, but New Bedford right now, New Bedford of the future. Our fishing industry is what drives the economy here in New Bedford, and so it's a really important story to tell.